Alright, so the 80s, we got a romance, we got Penelope and a dentist. So what they're going to do is they're going to start to write this story in front of your very eyes. They have no idea what it's going to sound like or what's going to happen, but it's going to get made up as you go. I'm going to blow my whistle to start the book on the first page, and I'm going to point at one of the actors. When I point at them, they are going to have to start telling the reading from this book. I'm going to, at any given time, I'm going to stop them and point at another actor, and they're going to have to pick up where they left off. Maybe it's going to be in the middle of a sentence, maybe it's going to be in the middle of a word, okay? So this is how this works. We're going to develop, if something doesn't make sense, you guys can kind of help me with this, okay? If something doesn't make sense, I need to hear about it, and that person gets eliminated. This is an elimination game. Or if somebody repeats something, then they get eliminated as well. Are we ready to play this game? Woo! Alright, so Penelope, dentist, romance, and the 1980s.
I'd like to dedicate this book to my wife and children. Thank you for being with me through this whole entire writing process. It was a cold September day. As Penelope walked across the street, she walked at a slow pace this day. The streets were full of cars.
They were full of cars, and she noticed that one of them was different than the others. One of them had a large apparatus
of children inside the car.
No! Children? Apparatus for children? Sorry, Taylor. You are wrong. That is sick. No, that is sick. Okay, that is sick. Apparatus is... Okay, we're gonna go rewind. The editor, cut that out. Apparatus of is where we're coming back to the story.
Grapefruits. And these grapefruits filled out the back of the trunk, right? So Penelope, it was a clear trunk. That's why Penelope didn't see it. So, like...
I'm gonna take these grapefruits, and I'm gonna go and sell them at my local
grocery store, even though that's stealing.
Penelope did not have much moral values.
As you can see by the way that she did that. So Penelope decided
to go to the window to ask the nice lady for the grapefruits. And when she got to the window and the tints went down, I saw her. Beautiful, gorgeous Midwestern with a Virginia twang accent. It was something he'd never dreamed of.
Alright, so I like where we're going, but I always thought Penelope was a female name. So just to clarify, I guess Penelope is a man, okay? Alright, okay, so Penelope's a man, just to clarify. So we're gonna pause the book here, and we're gonna flip forward a few chapters, okay? We're gonna flip forward a few chapters, and so Penelope, the man, has seen somewhat of a true love after trying to sell grapefruits and steal them. I don't really know where that was going, but let's continue in chapter 4.
Penelope, who now went by Pen to avoid confusion, had been dating this young woman for a while until he looked inside of her mouth.
We found the most gigantic
Tongue. He couldn't believe it was so big she couldn't even talk.
very fast. So, considering Penn,
he decided to take her to...
No, you repeated he, sorry. The editor would have caught that and you would have not had he in a alright? So keep going.
Thought to himself that it wasn't actually a Virginia twang, it was actually her tongue.
So he decided he should take her into a specialist because his dentistry skills would not be able
to handle this problem. So Penn, realizing that Sonia, as we haven't instilled her name yet, is actually allergic to grapefruits.
So why she had a bunch of them in the back of her car
was kind of a problem, and he didn't really understand why.
Alright, so that was back in chapter 1 that we had the grapefruits. They'd be rotten by now, so you would have to go. Sorry, see you later. See ya. You let Kelly have to dry on that one. Sorry, okay. So we're gonna skip forward, and we are skipping forward a couple chapters, and now they have concluded a plan. It's the 1980s, so the medical research isn't to what it is today, and so now they are concluding a plan. Actually, let's just say that Penelope Penn, he just lost his health insurance, and so now he has to come up with a plan to dissect this large tongue. Okay, so here we go.
Penn took out the knife and the scalpel, and he went to work. He said, "Sonia, open your mouth."
Because you love me and you trust me. Because I have nothing but your best interest in heart.
He opened the book that was teaching him surgery because the internet was not a big deal back then.
Oh.
Here we go. Hey.
Sonia, I'm going to feed you some anesthetics. Just so happens that they're grapefruit flavored.
And she enjoyed that because she missed the taste of grapefruit.
In her mouth. So, Sonia said,
I'm not sure I'm ready for this. Penelope.
Please!
Have you practiced this before?
and then Penn said, "What did you say?"
And she said,
I must know before you do this.
Excuse me, Sonia, I cannot understand what you're saying.
I don't know if it's the nervousness and the adrenaline, but she keeps getting a little harder to understand. So no, I gotta eliminate you, Tom. I'm sorry. I'll see you later. I'm sorry. Let's fast forward to post-operation. Post-operation, let's see if they can actually make it together for the long haul, okay? So we're going to kind of wrap up the book.
Sonia, the operation was incredible.
I did fantastic work in there, even though I
Lost the knife halfway through the surgery. That didn't stop.
If you feel a twinge in your stomach, I'm sorry about the knife.
sometimes these things just happen.
To the best of us. So Penn, a romantic that he is, decided to take Sonia by the hand. And as he took Sonia by the hand,
She said, for the first time clearly, Penn, I love you. And Penn said, I love you too.
Without an accent. Clearly, the perfect tongue. Oh! We're gonna wrap this up.
I don't know why you're eliminated, but you're eliminated. Okay, so here we go. Okay, wrap this up. Let's bring it to a conclusion.
Penn and Sonia eventually had kids because it was 2005, and that's what happens as time goes on, and you're a couple for a while. And they had gotten married in
1986, shortly after the surgery, where in 2005, Sonia looks at Penn and says, "Why do you still have my tongue? This is getting weird."
No,